Fantastic.
Thank you, Liv.
Thanks, Liv. We love you.
Thank you, Liv.
Fond of you, but don't know you well enough to love you yet.
Oz House. Oh, never mind. I'm going to ask about Oz House.
This is the Peter Greenwood Show. We are here at the Edinburgh Fringe, and I have not one, not two, but 3 times the performers. How are you today? Could you tell me your names and your show title, please?
Hi, I'm Dale Robertson, and we are Broken Fabulous in the 21st Century. This is Olive McHugh, and this is Rowland Sterling, my darling fellow actors.
How are you today?
Good, thank you.
We're good. We've just come off straight from our show. We packed up our set and skedaddled over here just in time to see you.
Love some skedaddling.
Yes, all the way from Paterhouse.
I wish. I've born and bred in Scotland, and I can't say that. When I tried to say it, sounds like, yes, Paterhouse, very good. Let us go along to Paterhouse. A slice roll. I have this voice, and it doesn't correspond to what I should be
You're actually
saying.
a secret southerner deep down. It must be.
Somewhere in my soul.
Yes, exactly.
So what is broke and fabulous in the 21st century? You think it's big enough for me to see, but I am blind as a bat.
Well, I mean, so I wrote the play last September. I was about to be kicked out of the country, and I had to put on one more little show. And this is the first play, the first comedy I wrote. And to be honest, it was quite a crazy... Well, we did it in like 2.5 months from inception. We came back in October and cast the actors, and we were up the first week of December at the Etc. Theatre. And it was really just written as a sort of love letter to London. If I was going to be deported, I wanted every one of my friends in the audience to know that they would see a little bit of our story in on stage. And if it wasn't going to be my swan song, if it wasn't going to be my debut, it was going to be my swan song. So yeah, that's really what it was, and it's really kind of inspired by, you know, some like your best gal pal, and for me, so many great girls in London, so many posh, rebellious, like black sheeps have literally just fought for me to be in London, gave me a home in London, so I wanted to pay homage to them, and then the boys and sexuality and all these things. I thought it would be a really great opportunity to sort of like highlight an aspect of kind of men's coming out and the journey of like, you know, what closeted men and sort of like, you know, boys sort of in the shadows do while they're sort of breaking through and sort of discovering, you know, their bisexuality, their homosexuality, their, you know, whatever.
You became a little bit Mark McIntyre there. Did anyone else hear that?
I don't even know. Michael McIntyre.
So how did you get involved in the show? What was casting like?
Well, I was sent a picture, a screenshot from a friend of mine who is in a Creatives in London WhatsApp group.
Creative Jams.
And it said, casting for a character, Petunia Charlotte Evelyn Whitworth Jones, and then in
That's a name.
and then in quotation marks, painfully middle class. And someone sent it to me saying, I think this could be good for you, which I don't know if that's offensive or not, but
It's definitely a statement.
it's definitely a statement. But and so then I emailed Dale, got the script, auditioned, and yeah, I think it reflects a London that I see and that I know very well, of like being in your 30s and trying to navigate life and not maybe being exactly where your parents thought you would be at a certain point,
Or where you thought you'd be.
So yeah.
Oh.
And I found out about it from the same WhatsApp group, I think.
Dun, dun, dun.
And I also was forwarded it by a friend of mine.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. The amazing Laura Walsh. She's actually an incredible comedian. She's up here performing at the Pleasance, I think. So not to talk about someone else's
We'll thank
show.
her. I will
It's
thank her
okay.
personally myself.
Support other creatives.
Can we phone her? Can we phone her?
Yeah.
I emailed as well, and I received the sides, and I think that's when I was just like, oh, this is something different.
Oh, thank God.
This is like there was just such a palpable wit behind every single page, and I was like, I'm really, really excited for this audition now. And I remember I went in. These guys have heard this story before, but I went in and I was like a bit early because I was a bit nervous, and I looked through the window in the door and I saw the panel. They were getting ready. I was like, okay, I'll go downstairs to the toilet first because I've got some time. And I went, and I think the hand dryer was broken, so I couldn't dry my hands. hands, and I opened the bathroom door, and Dale was literally just there in front of the door. And he said, "Oh, you must be Rowland. I'm Dale." And, put out his hand, and before I could think, I just grabbed it. And it was wet, and I could just see Dale do the tiniest little, and I was just like, oh, well, then I'm not getting rolled now, am I? It was just like that tiny faux pas that it just stays with you for the entire time. But we went and did the audition, and it felt like we had really, really good chemistry. And by the end, I was like, I have to have this role. I'm so annoyed about the wet hand thing. How stupid was that? But then, I got the call, I think, in the next couple of days, and I was so excited to do it.
I mean, when it comes to the casting of it, I got so lucky with these two, and they're talking about this creative groups jam chat that we have. I usually, whenever I'm casting something, especially if I'm like kind of taking the creative lead on something, I'll always send it out to sort of the private channels first for a week. I always want to work with our friends. It's kind of why we do this. And so when these two came through, we put it out to Mandy and stuff afterwards, and I was very surprised at how many people actually put forward to audition. Because it was really raucous. Like this was a profit share in 2 months. I was like, damn, there's intimacy, there's partial nudity, like with another boy. I'm like, how many boys gonna want to fucking do this?
You might be surprised.
I was, because we only booked 16 slots to audition everybody, and we got 120 applicants. So it just showed me how many people were so eager and willing. And it also, for my first time writing a play, it was really encouraging. And when it came to these two, Olive was the first girl to reach out through email, but the last girl to audition. So like when she walked in after all these incredibly strong petunias, she came in with her rah-rah accent, and I was like, that's it, that's done, I wrote it for this girlie. And then it was a lot of drinking at the
I hope
pub.
it was more than just the way that I sound.
No, it wasn't just the rah-rah. She came in, but she just embodied her from the moment she walked in, and it just blew everyone out. It was done. With Rowland, it was the other way. He was the first boy to audition, and the scene is very intimate. So I was like, listen, we're not going to obviously do these actions. I just want you to look at the line, look into my eyes, and say it. And look, I wrote this shit, but after 3 lines, I was completely lost and thrown off, and was just completely enthralled. So I was like, that's the bar. If you can't beat this, then I'm sorry, then it's him. And the rest is history, really. I knew as soon as both of them walked in, I was like, these are them.
I wish I'd seen that auditioning. If I'd known there was going to be nudity, I'd have applied.
Nudity in the audition, but yeah.
And if anyone's watching, yes, I will take it all off. Call me.
You'd be surprised how many of us would, actually.
So what have you been enjoying about the play, about having it up here at Edinburgh?
I mean, I think because the first time we did it was so quick. We got it up so quick. We even I wrote it originally as a full length because I wanted to just give the actors more to pick from, pull from for their characters. And then we went in after R&D and okay, we need to finalize our script for an hour, so let's cut them. And it wasn't killing those darlings was not slitting throats in bed. It was lining them up with a machine gun, just. So it was a real.
It was the Valentine's Day massacre.
It was the Valentine's Day. It was a massacre, honey, of darlings. And so to come our way with this, and I think we all felt quite good. So now coming up to Edinburgh, we had more time to sort of go through it again, settle in with the material, and just fully finesse it even more. And it feels so great to have a month-long run in the bigger theatre, double the size of what we had in London. And just being here with these guys on this amazing adventure. We have a great team.
It's so nice just hearing different audiences respond, because obviously it's different every single time. And at the Fringe, obviously having the much longer run, it's just having a different audience in and just seeing the way they respond, and it just keeps you on your toes, and it's just palpable, the energy in the room, and feeling the how everyone's responding to it is just really delectable. I love it.
Wow, I can't really top that. Yeah, I think I'll just mirror what the other two have said. I think being able to share it with a wider audience, when we did it in London, we were in quite an intimate space, and we had, a lot of our friends and people we knew come and see the show, and to have it on a bit more of a wider audience where we don't know the people coming in, and they might not automatically cheer for us, and they might not resonate with the story, and they might not just be millennials living in London, whereas that was very much our audience the first time round. So I think it's been really exciting to see that it's a story that isn't just for a certain group. It maybe speaks directly to them, but anyone can connect to the show. Yeah, 100%. It really does.
I also quite one of the things because the space the place that we were performing in London, it was like a raked theatre, and so we could, particularly in mine and Dale's scenes, which are quite intimate, they were able to be quite static, and they were still like really, really like gorgeous. I really enjoy performing them, but what I quite like about this one is because it's the seats aren't raised at all, we've sort of had to adapt and had to make the scene a little bit more dynamic, and I've really, really been enjoying that, just having the freedom to kind of move around a little bit and like mess with the blocking. It's been great.
Also, I do want to say one more thing. It's also been so fun flyering.
I'm not gonna lie, I have never love it. My little Notting Hill princess is somewhere deep down, either like some Irish traveller or like some carny.
I'm Irish.
Yeah,
I am Irish, not from Notting Hill.
So I've literally she stomps out there, and like in her fishnet, we have to keep the sort of vagrants away from her because she does look too expensive to be on the mile.
She's a force to be reckoned with.
She is a force to be reckoned with.
Force of nature.
Yeah, I'm so grateful, especially as like a producer, co-producer, like as a director, as the sort of spearhead of the show. It feels so wonderful to know that like you have your team and people in your team that are just as eager, just as committed to selling the ticket and putting the show out there. And I can't express just how grateful I am for both of them, for the whole team, really.
I've never flyed. What's it like, especially when you're kind
demoralizing.
of in costume?
I did yell at one man. I'm like, you're so fucking lucky I'm even talking to you, okay? You are league. This is Premiership. You should at least acknowledge. But like, you have to just sometimes let your ego down, put it aside, and slowly pray for their demise for everyone that walks past you that doesn't even acknowledge you. Yeah, I'm not bitter.
Can I counter that?
Yes.
Double it, go even harder, throw something at him.
Oh, yeah. No, I yell like, oh, obviously no taste. So, yeah, I've just come down to reading people. Yeah. I honestly don't care right now. I'm like, you know what? You didn't take a flyer. You are dead to me.
There's also some really lovely people.
That too.
Yes.
So cool. I just want to counter that.
Yes. No, they are.
I see you, I validate you, but also like some like just chatting to some people who actually like stop and are really, really interested.
Yes.
Only here for a little bit, but I really want to see this, and I'm just trying to fit everything in. There's just such a great energy.
Could I pause you for just 1 second? Is your microphone still on?
I don't know. I think so. It says. What does that mean? It's off.
Yes.
Fuck. There we go.
Whoops.
Now we're back.
Okay. Oh no. I think it's. Hello. Was that me? Did I do that?
You're a fiddly man.
I was doing my best not to fiddle, so that's.
Thank you. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, they didn't get any of. Oh.
It would have picked up on the others.
Okay, good. Just
It's
super
fine.
quiet. Probably for the best.
Not at all. So, who are your characters, and how do you find them? How do you enjoy them? Are you still enjoying them? We're only on day 8 of the Fringe, day 9 of the Fringe.
Mm-hmm.
How are you still enjoying it?
I'll let you guys go.
I'll go first. So I play Petunia, Charlotte, Evelyn Whitworth Jones. I think she is a total hoot to play. I think she is an unapologetic diva. She's fabulous. She's OTT. She's like this epicenter of like chaos, and as a result, that it's so much fun. And I think also, it's really fabulous to have like an extended time playing a character. I only recently graduated from drama school, so this is the longest run that I've had, and like having the opportunity to like find new things or discover new things is so exciting. And yeah, I mean, she reminds me of a lot of friends that I know and people that I've met, and yeah, it's fun to just be unapologetically fabulous and OTT. Yeah.
Tom is nothing like me at all, which means it's incredibly fun to play. Tom is like superficially incredibly high functioning and really on it and ambitious, and I'm just a silly little ADHD goose. I just can't. My life is all over the place, so it's really, really fun just to kind of like come on and just be really assertive and kind of dominant. He's also a complete emotional mess on the inside. So kind of, I don't know, trying to showcase that, like the external, and then occasionally having that internal, mess kind of coming, like bubbling over occasionally has been a really, really interesting thing to do as an actor. And I think I remember you saying, Dale, that it was, I feel like this was in the writing, but you've always said that you basically wrote him as like a meat piece. I think you doing yourself a disservice there for the writing. I think there's a lot more complexity and nuance to the character, and I just read it and was like, oh, that's there. And Dale was like, oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, that is exactly what I
wasn't
meant.
intending that, but anyway.
No, I mean, like, look, tailing off what you just said, like, I think that's an example of, like, I really appreciate it. And, like, yeah, like, Tom, it was always really about Alex and Petunia. It always is. But Tom, you brought so much more to it. And as a writer, like, it really it shows a great example of the value of great actors who see things in your writing and bring things out that you didn't necessarily realize. And, like, I always thought that if we were able to do a more full-length play or, like, develop it even further, we would get the chance to sort of develop Tom further then. But, like, you just came on and you had so much great, like, input, and it was just a really natural way to build him within the narrative of the story. And I'm so grateful. Like, you know, it's just, he's not just a pretty tall face, you know what I mean? It's fine, it's good. And yeah, I mean, Alex, the play kind of started out between this sort of dialogue in my brain between, like, the younger artist that I was, which is kind of, like, inspired by aspects of Petunia's character. And then Alexander Bright is my character, and he's kind of the difference between Petunia and Alex is Petunia's a cushion kid, and she's broke because she can't manage money, and that she's cut off from her parents because she's this fabulous mess. Alex is a come-up kid, so he's done everything. He's come to London. He's trying to, like, make his name here and get through it, like a lot of artists are, and is sacrificing, which is why he lives in a guardianship of an old theater, which is some irony or whatever. And, you know, he's always encouraging Pet with good behaviors, which is what good friends do, is that, like, they cheer each other on. They, like, kind of that's why the play is as much about friendship as it is about, like, dating and stuff like this. It's really about, like, you know, we can be so different, but if you love each other, no matter how hard the world is, if you've got each other's back, like, we've got this. And that's why they always say it to each other, because we find we say that to each other all the time. And Alex kind of he kind of became this pendulum holding space for both Tom and for both Petunia. And once again, if we can take it further, then we'll develop him a bit further. And, you know, it's, but there's only so much you can do in a 1 act, 1 hour play. And I just wanted people to fall in love with the characters as much as we did and cheer for them.
And what is next for the play after The Fringe? Any further runs, maybe? And would you take this into maybe a motion picture, limited TV
Evil Eye. No. No, honestly, I think that the characters, they've always been it was always, it was massively inspired by, I always say that it's like if Gimme Gimme and Queer as Folk had a baby, and the godmother of that baby was absolutely fabulous. And so, like, it was really,
Wow.
yeah.
I remember all those shows.
Yes,
so
exactly. And so, like, I came from Strasbourg in New York, and, like, you know, I love playwrights like Odets and Tennessee Williams, which are these very naturalistic sort of, like, high drama in the everyday, and that's kind of was applied to this, but this is a love letter to London, and so it was always meant to it was always going to be flavored by my favorite British comedies and sitcoms. And this is my first comedy, and my mentors in New York was like, Booby, you got 1 month, right? What you fucking know? You ain't got time. So I was like, okay, what do I know? Okay, Broken Fabulous. That makes sense. It's good. Let's do that. And and it just, I love it. Like Kathy Burke and, like, you know, kind of, you know, Patsy and Nadina. They're just, it's, how could you not? And yeah, it's like, anyway.
So definitely Patsy and Edsy, not whatever the characters are in Bottom.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely more Patsy in it.
Very few frying pans.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, Petunia is definitely a sort of godchild of Adina and Patsy.
Yeah,
I can see
definitely.
her throwing a frying pan.
Oh no, she would throw a lot.
Would throw.
I have this because it's like we leave it on a cliffhanger, and I always just have this amazing vision of, like, because in the backstory they live together, and that's why he makes I shouldn't send any
no
spoilers. But yeah, like there is a lot of hope that it would do really. We would love to take it back to London. It'd be a dream we'd be a great fit for, like, Soho Theatre, 9 p.m. late after dinner show. This is very much kind of the vibe, or like the Bush even
Theatre.
the Bush. We
Love
love the
the
Bush.
Love the Bush.
But
Riverside Studios.
yes, Riverside.
Love.
But I mean, ideally, I would love to set this off as, like, even just like a great little mini series, and, like, give them kind of another episode after our cliffhanger to see how it would all pan out. So stay tuned.
Kathy Burke, Joanna Lumley, if you're listening, and why wouldn't you be?
Please come. Please come.
We'd love to
We
have
loved
you.
you. You know, whatever. We love you. Even Graham Norton, if you're here in the Fringe, darling, come and see the show. You'll love it. You'll love it. You'll love it, my darling.
Oh, he's not here anymore.
I know. I
He's
saw
fully fucked off
Oh,
back to London.
no.
Not that I have thoughts about that or anything.
Yeah.
Turning up, doing one show an hour, and here I am for the entire 25 days. But that's fine. Give him the million. It's fine. Give him the poster.
He's a national treasure.
I'm a national arsehole.
Yeah. You and I both.
Where can people find out more about the show?
If you want to find out more, head to the Gilded Balloon or the Edinburgh Fringe website. We are Broken Fabulous in the 21st Century. We are on at the Gilded Balloon, Patter House, 2:20 p.m. every day during August, except for the 17th of August.
I need a break.
Is that your day off?
Yes,
That's
it
a
is.
day off.
Yes, it is.
So not that day.
Not the 17th.
I don't know why we're whispering. Why are we whispering?
Because the rest of the time we're on and we don't want them
Oh
to
my
think
god,
it's
we
another
need to
time.
have like maybe like a Petunia's side thing in her OnlyFans could be like ASMR. Petunia
I love
sexy.
ASMR.
Yeah. It'd be so funny.
Petunia sorts her jewellery.
Yeah, there's once again it's all about what millennials and the crazy stupid conversations that we have and like it's OnlyFans.
Do you know what we can do? We can do it here. I'll book this space.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Well, that camera can go live, so
Yes.
we'll just have you on a live for a couple of hours, sorting things, moving things around.
Sorting things and moving things.
Well, it was more about
Whispering
stepping
into
on
the mic.
desserts and
Oh, okay.
you know what I mean,
Yeah.
and maybe whispering dirty messages to little horny incels to either.
So that she can make some more money.
Yeah, she needs more money.
She needs more money.
Yeah, we've been standing on the streets here in Edinburgh, screaming like, "Please help us get back to London. We've sold all our money on champagne and drugs, and we have to sell tickets to this play. So please do come." That's not why we don't have any money. It's because we produced the play. But it would be
It's
really
the
lovely.
characters.
It's the characters. It's the flyering is a whole. I'm so proud. I'm so proud. I can't. I'm so proud.
Although, in fairness, champagne and drugs aren't cheap either, especially in this economy.
No, they were like someone asked us like, what would you give your people like instead of flyers? I'd be like, you know what would be so appropriate? Like a bottle of ice cold Chablis and some poppers.
Oh.
This is actually what everyone should be drinking and doing while
Sadly,
they watch our
that
show.
wasn't in our budget.
Yeah,
so-
no, unfortunately, no.
When we do the TV show, that can be sent out to press people.
I think that's the best idea.
Brilliant.
Yeah, who's a great like we could do like something with Moe and then maybe like
Yes.
you know
They've all gotta be
like,
branded,
Jungle
though.
Juice.
Yes.
Yes.
I say we, somehow I'm involved.
You're gonna be
Hey,
you are.
You
part
can
of the
be
team.
involved.
Come on in.
Of course.
Fantastic.
Everyone's
More the
welcome.
merrier.
I love it.
I've never felt so welcome. Thank you.
You're welcome. We want everyone to come.
Thank you so much for your time today. Thank you for coming in. This was great. Good luck with the show.
Thank
Thank
you
you
for
so
having
much.
us.
Thank you, my
Thank you for
darling.
having us.
Bye,
Bye,
darling.
darling.
Bye, bye, darling.
Broken Fabulous in the 21st Century is playing at 2:20 at Dram at Gilded Balloon Patter House every day up until the 31st, not including Monday the 17th. For more information and for tickets, go to edfringe.com and type in Broke and Fabulous in the 21st Century, which is the name of the show, so what else would you search for? Until next time, I've been floating around the fringe. Bye everybody, bye.